We are here with Ty, the last round winner. We had a couple people asking to see, or for a list. He doesn't have a list. So instead, we got you the next best thing. This is a deck tech.
Okay. So the idea for this deck came from, I saw some list floating online that kind of did a mono blue Delver style, and what drew me to their attention was the fact that they were running 4 Disrupting Shoals, which, if you just have the right blue card in your hand, is a Force of Will. So it kind of formed around that. And one obvious thing is that you have to run majority blue spells, in this case all blue. So then in addition to that, just some support cards that really help are Delvers and Thing in the Ices. Just overall, you'll see a lot in, blue-red control decks. Just those are really good, taking advantage of your instant and sorceries that you're casting. And then rounding out the creature base, Snapcaster, always a great card in a control deck, getting extra value out of the instants or sorceries. And then Nimble Obstructionist, just because first off, to round out that you can have a 3-drop to pitch with Disrupting Shoal, and sometimes you can blank a Planeswalker, or just, have a flash threat for 3. Then you get some just cantrips. Not only do some of these help set up Delver, like in the case of Serum Visions, but in addition to that, your ops help you filter through your deck and help you flip Thing in the Ice faster. And then you just have the counterspell suite in the way of 4 remands and 3 cryptics. Just remands, just a tempo counterspell and cryptic, because if you're running mono blue, the 3 blue marks don't hurt too much. And then just running it out, 2 Sonic Blasts, because
Burn.
yeah, got to get there somehow. And then besides the lands, the last 6 spells are 4 Vapor Snag to help with kind of creature matchups to help you push through with your flipped Thing in the Ice, and Mission Briefing, because one interaction is that you can Mission Briefing your Disrupting Shoal, and you're able to pay that alternative cost, which is something that you're not able to do off of the Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, and like we pointed out something, and as soon as I brought it up to you, you were like, yeah, I could have done that, was the Snapcaster into Mission Briefing, into Disrupting Shoal, and then pitch a card from your hand to counter something. And it's like, kind of cool. It's just a cool, and this is interactive deck. This is a kind of interactive deck that's not something you see, honestly, very often.
Yeah.
Our stream runner is currently writing down the list. So we got 4 Disrupting Shoal, 4 Delver, 4 Thing in the Ice. Mostly 4 ofs, mostly just play sets.
Yeah.
And then a few things are just 2 ofs.
Yeah, and then just lands, it's all islands except for 2 Field of Ruin, just to help with those matchups, specifically Tron, because that is a really hard deck to catch back from. You might, honestly, want to run 2 Mutavault as extra threats. You could do that, but you really want a heavy density of blue producing lands so that you can do stuff like playing Cryptic Commands on 4, which is extremely helpful in like the control mirror and certain matchups like that. Do you want to go into just sideboard? And
Yeah, here we can just lay out stuff.
So, first 5 cards, I would say 3 Gutshot and 2 Entrancing Melody. These are particularly for creature matchups. Specifically, humans is really big in the meta. So being able to Gutshot their turn 1 Hierarch can really set them back. Or even, Entrancing Melody, the Champion of the Parish might be a 6/6, but, for only 3 mana, it can be yours.
Is everything on stream back there, Robert? Like, can they see all this stuff that I'm moving over here? Okay, I just want to make sure because I know some stuff is off screen.
Up to about here.
Okay.
Yeah. In addition to that, Vidalcan Shackles, you can also help in those creature matchups. Relic of Progenitus, because blue does not have any natural graveyard hate, so just trying to bring in something, because I know there are a few either Dredge players or Vengevine players around here. Plus, with all the cantrips I have and all the card draw spells, it's really easy, although I only have 2 of them, to cycle through them and maybe get one on turn 3 or 4. Hercule's Recall, for affinity matchups, there's some prison running around, like Lantern Control, that can really help.
Yeah, we had
really helpful.
The Grixis Prison deck run by Eric on stream earlier, too, so definitely relevant here.
And then the last 4 cards, 2 Dispel, 1 Redirect, and 1 Commandeer. Obviously 2 Dispel against the control, and then these 2 are, it might be better to play 2 Negates, but they're just fun cards to bring in.
No, I think Commandeer is a great card. Commandeer can like really actually turn games around.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, actually, this tournament, I was playing against Blue-White. They tapped out for a Sphinx Rev for 4, commandeer it. I gained 4 life, draw 4 cards. Yeah, that really helped swing the match in my favor.
Definitely. We're going to leave this up on stream. And yeah, Redirect is also a good card. It's a little lesser known than Commandeer. It's a blue. You may choose new targets for target spell. So you can do some fun stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, so in like a I tried to commandeer a Teferi once. It got negated, and I lost the match. Almost living the dream.
Almost living the dream.
So, Luke, do you have any questions for the deck, like how it plays, or?
No, it's definitely interesting because it's almost like you had the flash threats that were like actually pretty good, and I thought for a second you were gonna just run Snapcaster out as an ambush viper, but you held back on that. And I was like,
Yeah, that's always a tough one. Deciding whether because sometimes you just really want to Snapcaster into mission briefing for no value just to get it out there while you can. Oh, mana base. I can count it up. It's all islands except for 2 Field of Ruins. And honestly, you might want to run a bit more utility lands. Like I could totally see a Mutavault, just because this can tend to be. Yeah.
You could probably do like an. I was gonna say Obero Palace in the Clouds.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, so this is 17 islands, 2 Field of Ruins.
Oh wow, you're really land light.
Yeah, I mean.
Justin didn't count right. Sorry.
So okay. So
Am I missing a
You
card?
said 17 islands?
I think so. I can recount. Are you missing a card?
Oh, I'm missing.
2, 3.
No fet.
Well, for starters, you're mono blue, right?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously fetches are much better in the are much better in multicolored decks.
There are more than one variant in this.
It is
Yeah.
reasonable to use fetches because it will thin your deck. However, it's not really necessary for the most part
Yeah, because I can just scry them to the bottom.
Yeah, like you're pretty like good at filtering your draws. Even mission briefing can filter draws. You're not super worried about it in reality. You were missing a Snapcaster mage?
Missing 4.
You're missing 4. Good job. All right. We will have this list up for you guys on our page if you want to check it up here later tonight. Or, well, maybe not later tonight, but eventually. That on our website is topdeckproductions.com. You go to decks. You can see a bunch of decks there. This will be under Ty Richards. Richard?
Yeah.
Ty Richard. Just no S.
I think my DCI name is different from my actual name, so
It's fine.
Yeah.
You should put your real name under it.
I mean, there's some people at the shop who have the wrong name as their TCO name. Yeah, Justin Gobing. That's the one of my favorites too. But yeah, I think this deck is really cool. I'm a big fan of Mono Blue, obviously, because I play Taking Turns, and this is a little more of a competitive style of Mono Blue than Combo, but it's really cool. I was wondering, actually, Wino Vendilion Click was.
Yeah, a Wino V click. Purely that's because I don't have any.
Okay,
I
that's fair
could
too.
definitely see either maybe in the main, maybe cutting some. I don't know. You might even want to cut Vapor Snag, because you can just for creature matches you could just bounce with Cryptic, or just bounce them all back with Thing in the Ice. But yeah, V click is definitely a consideration. You could honestly just maybe even bring it in the side. Maybe get rid of pet card redirect to put it in.
card.
But I don't know.
Gotta have those pet cards.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes they win. Hey, sometimes pet cards win you games. I've had Hydrolash from Magic Origins. It's 2 and a blue. All attacking creatures get -2, -0 until end of turn. Draw a card. I've had that win me so many games. It's actually ridiculous. I also have run Hibernation in my mono blue deck because well, that was when I played at my old shop, and at my old shop there was like 2 mono green Devotion decks and a mono green Planeswalkers deck that was floating around.
So specifically meta hating against all the green decks.
Yep. Which happens, but I honestly like this just creature stealing package as well on the side. This is like really cool, the Vendelic Shackles and the Entrancing Melody, which we've seen you on stream with Entrancing Melody before, and that's like you took a Goyf and something else, and it just basically won you the game because you were just like mine attack.
Yeah, it can definitely be swingy, but you really need to bring it in the right matchups. Like I said, humans, you mentioned like those green aggro decks that can play a Goyf. But, you know, sometimes they play a Kitesail Freebooter, and it's not the best to pay 4 mana to steal a 1/2 with flying. Yeah. So
that has your card underneath of it. But, yeah.
I would. You might want to cut maybe if you want it in the main. I would say maybe cut a Vapor Snag or honestly Sonic Blast. That's another pet card. So you could cut maybe if you want 1 or 2 in the main. As in for the side, you'd probably want to cut one of your control cards. So maybe a Redirect or a Commandeer. Just up to how you want to play it.
Well, yeah.
So now this just means I have to make a whole nother weird deck to get another tech. Tech on
you just have to do another night where you just play another strange deck and do really good with it, because this is something that's kind of known that some people do.
Yeah.
Like this is a meme, but this is like a good version of that deck that runs smoothly. Like you've like done reasonably well here, like all the time with this. Like.
Yeah, like, I mean, tonight I went 4-1, so, yeah.
So, seems to be pretty good. Any other questions out there? Before we go? We'll give it a second to let everyone, the stream, catch up. What's the full card? Yeah, Psionic Blast. Psionic Blast is a 2 and a blue instant that deals 4 damage to target player and 2 damage to you. Is
4 damage to target player or creature.
Or creature, that's right. I forget it's or creature.
Yeah.
So, so it's probably changed to any target.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, blue. It's a blue char. It was time shifted in Time Spiral, which is why it's modern legal. Otherwise, completely ruins the color pie. So they never do it today.
Yeah. I wish they would do another set like Time Spiral. That'd be great.
Yeah. Definitely got a lot of build-around cards in Time Spiral block.
And this is a card that is really cool. It's just really cool.
Yeah, I mean, no.
It gives your deck some reach. Like,
Sure didn't know what it was the first time you played.
I saw it off the top, and I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot he has that. And he can, like, Psionic Blast, snap Psionic Blast. It does look actually similar like to the full art Manalik, but not quite. But, yep. Yep, I think we're good here. So, thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.